Hello friends. So this is one of the new case study that is coming in registered valuer examination. It's a very beautiful case study designed by the examiners and it includes three concepts. Concepts like levered and unlevered beta, time value of money and WACC. As all of you are very much aware that level of examination is increasing day by day and hence conceptual clarity is very important in comparison to mugging up the formulas. So let's try to read this particular case study first and then we will try to solve it. So the data given to you is data for year 1 that has been given to you is paid up share capital is 0.5 crores, fair value is 4 crores, 10% debentures is 2 crores, 6% commercial papers is 1 crore, 8% cash credit is 2 crores. Data for year 2 is almost similar to year 1, only commercial papers are not there in year 2. Tax rate has been given to us as 25%. Beta has not been given to us directly. It has told us that comparable company beta is 1.5, having equity of 20 and debt of 40. So we can just reverse calculate the unlevered beta and then recalculate the levered beta for the company for which the sum has been given to us. RF has been given to us as 6%, RP has been given to us as 5%. Question number 1 tells us that calculate the WACC for year 1. Question number 2 tells us calculate the WACC for year 2. And then there is a time value of money ka ek basic sum is been given. So let's see how we solve this question. So first and foremost step that we have to take is step 1 for this is, so I am solving part number 1 as of now. So step 1 that we have to take is calculate unlevered beta. So data that has been given to you is levered beta is 1.5, debt is given to you as 40 and equity has been given to you as 20. So the formula that we have is levered beta is equals to unlevered beta multiplied by 1 plus debt divided by equity into 1 minus tax percentage. So basis this, can we back calculate and find out beta u? Answer is yes. So my beta u will be equals to how much? Beta L, that is 1.5 divided by 1 plus what is my debt? 40. What is my equity? 20 multiplied by 1 minus 25 percentage. Okay, and bracket close. So answer for this will be, I have already calculated that and I have done it here. So answer for that would be 0.6. So here unlevered beta is 0.6. So now I have to calculate step 2, levered beta for the company. So first we need to understand what is the structure of equity and debt given to us. So if I study the year 1 ka data, year 1 ka data says that value of equity is 4 crores. My debentures are 2 crores. Commercial paper are 1 crore and my cash credit is 2 crores. So total of my equity plus debt is how much? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so this is in INR. So I have to calculate the cost to calculate the WACC. So cost of equity has not been given, but cost of debenture has been given to me as 10%. Commercial paper has been given to me as 6% and cash credit has been given to me as 8%. Okay, so first I will calculate my cost of equity, for which first I will calculate the beta. So basis the above data, my formula is beta L is equals to beta U multiplied by 1 plus debt divided by equity into 1 minus tax. So beta U we just calculated as 0.6 multiplied by 1 plus. So what is my total of debt? My total of debt is summation of all these three. This is my debt, debentures, commercial papers and cash credit, that is 2 plus 1, 3 plus 2, 5, that is equals to 5. Okay. So I go here and I put it as 5. Equity ka fair value has been given to me as 4. This multiplied by 1 minus tax rate of 25%. Okay, so if I calculate this, so I have already calculated in Excel. So it comes up to how much? it comes up to 1.1625. So you can try the calculation at your home, or you can pause the video and try the calculation. It will come as 1.1625. So what will be my cost of equity? Formula for cost of equity as per CAPM is what? RF plus beta multiplied by RM minus RF. RM minus RF is also called as RP, that is risk premium. So the data that has been given to us is our RF is 6%, RP is 5%. So 6% plus 1.1625 multiplied by 5%. So how much it will come? So if I calculate it, it will come at 1.1625 multiplied by 5% plus 0.06, that is equals to 11.8125%. So this is what will come as my cost of equity. So you can see here I have already calculated it. It coming as 11.8125. Now what I have done here is I have placed my weights. So equity is 4, debt is equals to 2, commercial paper is 1, and CC is 2, totaling to up to 9. Okay, what I have done is I have calculated the weights. So what are my formula for WACC? Formula for WACC is weight of equity into cost of equity plus weight of debt into cost of debt into 1 minus tax. Here we have 3 different kind of debts given to us in the question. So what I have done is for cost of equity, as we calculated our cost of equity as 11.8125, I have considered that. For cost of debt, the cost of debentures is 10%. So 10% into 1 minus tax rate of 25%, it will come to 7.5. Similarly for commercial paper and CC, I have done it like this. And what I have done in the last column is calculated WACC. It is nothing but weight of equity multiplied by the cost of the equity, and similarly weight of debt multiplied by various cost of debts. So I'm just copy pasting the formula down here and I'm doing a summation of that. So what is the answer that is coming is 8.75. You can see I've done a summation of it. The options that are given to me by one of our member who was appearing in the examination were this, and my answer is also matching here as 8.75. Okay, so that is the first part. What we need to solve is WACC of year 1, that is 8.75. So let's mark the answer as 8.75. Now comes calculate the WACC for year 2. In year 2, what is happening? Our debt ka percentage is changing. See, our debt is now how much? Our debt is becoming 4. यहाँ पे if you see 10% debentures and cash credit is only there, so 4%. So I will have to recalculate my beta. So if I have to recalculate my beta, so I will take it as my step 3. So my formula is beta L equals to beta U multiplied by 1 plus debt divided by equity into 1 minus tax rate. So beta U that we calculated was 0.6. No other information has been given key about the second company, whether beta is changing, composition is changing. So I will assume it to be 0.6 only, multiplied by 1 plus my debt in this case is also 4, my equity is also 4. Why my debt is 4? Because there I have already shown you how the 4 ka total has come. This multiplied by 1 minus tax rate of 25%. So if I calculate this, what answer I will get is, I have already calculated and kept it ready for all of you. So the answer that I get is this particular number, that is 1.05. So I can recalculate my cash cost of equity. So KE equals to RF plus beta multiplied by RM minus RF. That is 5% plus 1.05 multiplied by 6%. So if I solve it, what I am going to get is 11.25. So I have done it here. You guys can refer to the Excel sheet. I will share it with all of you also. So this comes at 11.25. 11.25%. Now I have to again calculate WACC for this case. So how will I calculate WACC for this case? I have placed my equity as 4. Debt I have considered as 2. Commercial papers is 0 in the second year, and cash credit is 2 in the second year. So total of my all my debt plus equity is 8. I have placed relative weights here. So I have done by INR amount divided by the total to calculate the weight. And cost, I have recalculated cost of equity here. Cost of debt is 1 minus tax percentage. Okay, that is 7.5 and 6 in this case. So WACC is nothing but weight multiplied by cost. The total of that will come to 9%. You can pause the video here and retry it yourself also. The options that were submitted were these, and answer is matching here as 9%. Okay. Now coming to the third and the last part of the sum, which is the most easiest part of the sum, which is completely based on time value of the money, and we have already solved one similar question in our one of the previous video also. So this was 9%. Here it has said that if a company is going to earn a cash flow of rupees 10 for each year and expected cost of capital for each year is 8%, 10%, 12% and 14% respectively, calculate the value of firm. So this is nothing but a second way of calculating the present value. One way of calculating the present value is PV is equals to future value divided by 1 plus R raised to the power n, or you can write it as future value 1 divided by 1 plus R1 plus future value 2 divided by 1 plus R2 dot dot dot. You can go up to future value n divided by 1 plus Rn. So I will share the link of this future value and present value also in the video. You can refer to this. Basis that we will have to calculate this particular sum. So how it will work is, I will just show it to you. What I have done is, I have taken my cash flows as 10 for each year. Rate I have considered is 8% for first year, 10% for second year, 12% for third year and 14% for the fourth year. So how my present value will be calculated in this case? Present value for the first year will be 1 divided by 1 plus 8%. What will be the present value for the second year? It will be 1 plus 8% divided by 1 plus 10%. Okay, here you have to be little bit careful with the brackets that you are going to put, because if you put one wrong bracket also, the answer will be wrong. So I think I have put some wrong bracket. Yes, I have, instead of multiplication, I had put division. So this is for the second year. Third year, what it will be, I am copy pasting it here and I am just inserting one more item as 1 plus 12%. Okay, and third year, what I will do is I will copy paste this entire thing and I will say here as this multiplied by 1 plus 14%. Okay, so if you see, the PV has been calculated. So what will be the value of firm? Value of the firm will be present value of all the future cash flows. So into PV. So my all the cash flows are 10 rupees per year. So cash flow multiplied by PV. So I can just calculate this and I can just copy paste this down here and I can make a summation of this. This will come to 31.875. Okay, how much it is coming as? 31.875. The options that were given to me is there. This, the nearest option that is matching is 31.79. So I will mark this as my answer. So the last part answer is 31.79. Hopefully you have learned something out of this video. Please remember, examination is getting tough day by day. For any future reference or help that you need, you can contact me on my phone number, which was shared in the earlier videos as well. Hopefully this video has helped you all. Thank you everyone.